Hello. Thank you for joining us. This is your show, Doctors, where we share principles, insights, wisdom, and valuable tools and inspiration to help you become the ultimate healthcare provider so that you can transform our universe into a healthy universe. What a pleasure I have today to introduce you to Matt Warner. It's an interesting concept, but given what's going on in the market today and given everything that happens, our focus has been in the last 3 months, literally, on one concept only, and that is, are we going to survive this thing? We don't know. We're not really sure. What we do know, however, is that the world must go on. I mean, whatever it takes, another week, another month, another year, none of us will know, but we do know that we need to survive. We need to make it happen. So it's interesting. I have a gentleman in here with the name of Matt Warner. Matt, thank you for coming online with us.
Dr. Dahan, pleasure.
Thank you. It's a company called Arrowvine. Now, you might try to figure out what it is that, what we have and what we're trying to do. Well, this company will help you. And I can tell you for a fact, just from what I've read, and myself as a consultant, knowing what the struggles are. As you know, we have over 1,200 centers in 45 states. The struggles that we have today, try to figure out, how do we survive? What are we going to do? One of the major concepts, as I mentioned, is this aspect of money. What do we do? Arrowvine is a financial company, someone that can help us. Now, I'm sure you've heard this, the banks, the government, all of these options, but I want you to listen carefully to what this is all about. So let me ask you a little bit here, and Matt, I want to go over this. What does Arrowvine do? What is that all about?
Yeah, Arrowvine, we're an alternative capital advisory firm in Buffalo, New York. So we help organizations obtain capital to help grow their businesses, their practices. So when they go to their bank and maybe their bank cannot help them, where do they go? They come to someone like us.
Wow, I see. Now, there are many banks, obviously, and things like this. Why would they choose you over a bank?
So there are some situations where clients need more creativity or speed in the underwriting process. And so we're able to be much faster to market than some traditional banking institutions.
So I'm in practice. I have the government that can help me. I know there are other type of businesses that can come along the way. You will take me through this. Tell me some of the programs. I understand there are 4 programs. Tell me about these programs.
Certainly. So we help in a number of different ways. So the first is we can help obtain up to $100,000 of business credit at 0% interest from anywhere from 6 to 18 months.
Wow.
We do that by leveraging an algorithm, looking at someone's data, financial data, to be able to know what credit lenders will have the greatest likelihood of funding that $100,000.
That's quite amazing. That's a large amount of money. At 0% credit program, that's quite incredible. What are the programs? Is it account receivable financing? Tell me a little bit about how that works. Because I have a clinic, I do $300,000 worth of business, let's say, and 150 is stuck somewhere in the account receivables. How would you help me on that?
Certainly. So you know that when you submit claims to the insurance providers, you know that you'll get paid, but the carriers can take their time in reimbursing the offices. So there are lenders in the market that will take on the credit risk, front the money, and then assume the risk to collect on the back end. So it helps to streamline the cash flow for the practices.
And you're willing to do this nationwide? Because you understand we have clinics in 45 states, but the clients that are watching this and the non-clients, the watchers themselves are all over the country. You're able to do that?
Yes, we are.
It's quite amazing. Tell me a little bit about the working capital. What does that mean, working capital? Is that based on what I need, what you have, what's available? Tell me a little more about that.
We take a look at the financials of the business, the profit and loss statements, the balance sheets, and whether you're looking to expand using dollars for marketing, or maybe you want to make some key hires. There are asset-based lenders that will lend against the cash flow of the business with very favorable, rates and terms to help you get the capital you need to grow.
How long would that take, Matt, approximately? If I'm interested in one of these programs, are we talking about 20 forms to fill out over the next 3 weeks and, hours and hours of research? How does that work?
Sure. It's much faster than a traditional banking process, but you're probably looking anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. So still much faster, than normal course of business.
Now, when I go to the bank and I try to make a loan, they hand you all the paperwork. They just hand you a file and they say, good luck. We'll see you when you get back. How does that work with you? Are you helping us through the steps and ensuring, because I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, that you won't get paid unless we get something out of it. Is that correct?
Correct. Everything that we do is all success-based. So our fees are contingent upon ensuring a successful outcome for our clients. And what we do is we really try to understand, how much money is needed, how soon is it needed, and what are you looking to accomplish with that? And then we determine, what particular financing product would be most appropriate.
So basically, you become my accountant, my financial advisor, my best friend, and my partner in this.
Absolutely. We want to just be very helpful
Wow.
and quick and creative.
The fourth program that you mentioned when you and I were speaking privately is the equipment financing. Does that mean the purchasing of a new equipment or acquiring something which I don't have or refinancing of what I have?
It's really all of the above. So as we know that as practices continue to grow, new technologies emerge to care for patients. That's certainly having, the leading equipment out there is something that's very necessary. And the rates are very, very, very favorable to what you would get, from a traditional bank.
It's quite amazing, really amazing.